Hello and welcome to my presentation of learning. I have been asked to demonstrate my learning over the course of the semester and pertaining to art education. There's so much to say but so little time, so first we need to do a pre-assessment. Let's see where I was. Thinking back to the beginning of the semester, I realized how little I knew or had experience with, such as ordering supplies and how inventory plays into many aspects of the managing the physical classroom. I felt intimidated by the opportunity presented at Polaris, building lesson plans and peer teaching. I know I've gained knowledge and experience, but only scratched the surface. So let's address the professional behaviors. I will break it down a little further in the coming slides and how I have met or missed the expectations of each. I feel that I am growing and have grown since the beginning of the semester. It's sometimes hard to see your own advancement or development of skill until you reflect. Addressing the first four aspects of professional behavior is attendance, attire, promptness, and language. I have maintained my attitude towards professionalism. I feel it is important to just ingrain this type of behavior in everything you do. There are situations that allow for comfy clothes and more casual language, but it does not belong in the teaching environment or the public. As you can see, there are quite a bit here on this list. Although I really believe that these things are part of what makes you want to be a teacher. These qualities are ones I find most in teachers I have met. Is it a teacher personality? Maybe. Some people may have to work at some of these points to improve how they handle them. Take for instance me. I've had to learn how to advocate for myself. I am viewing this as dealing mostly with peers and learning how to work together. I understand that it also applies to students. I am more aware of what I'm saying to people than I have ever been. I usually reflect upon conversations if I feel they were particularly difficult, but throughout the semester I found myself considering whole conversations before they happen. I do my best to judge situations and consider other people's opinions. Honesty is important to me when dealing with other people. I need to be able to trust my peers, students, friends, and family. I will honor confidentiality up to the point of personal safety and well-being for myself and those involved. I try really hard to be objective in my dealings with people. I like to hear all sides of the story before making a concrete opinion, particularly in a professional environment. I feel that I am modeling professional standards of conduct, but there is always room for improvement. Collegiality is something that I've been working on a lot this semester. I've made some progress but have miles to go. Saying you keep an open mind and are a good collaborator are way different than actually performing at that level. I'm a person who likes to get things done. I want other people to help, but I sometimes get impatient, especially when I'm counting on them to do their part. I do my best to be a team player and understand that being on a team means my ideas may not be the direction we need to go. Being an effective communicator will be a lifelong work. Presenting information to peers or large groups of people is difficult and stressful for me. When I am presenting in person, I try to maintain eye contact, even if it's just a little bit, because it's important that people know that you are talking to them. I feel that my written expressions are more polished than my verbal delivery. I practice professional use of digital media, and I've always kept my digital interactions clean. Over the last year, I've paid particular attention to my professors and teachers that I come in contact with. How do they perform? What do they do to improve themselves as an instructor and as a person? This is practice and improvement. I desire improvement. I look for innovative and effective ways to complete tasks and communicate. I know I can only get better if I only try. I have not had much experience yet interacting with a culturally diverse teaching situation. I am confident, though, from learning about differentiation, that I will be a culturally responsive educator. I feel that I'm a fair person and want the best for all of my students. Why should any of them deserve less than that? There was one student provided some challenge and engagement, and we had to take him into consideration when designing lessons. Theoretically, I could stay in school forever. I want to know all of the things. I have never felt like I knew what I wanted to do until I enrolled in the education program. This journey will allow for my passions to really take the front seat: art, expression, and helping young people reach their potential. Throughout this semester, plenty of opportunity for practice in the creation and delivery of the lessons were presented. My favorite part was creating opportunities for the students to decide where their learning was going. Finding the path for some students might take a little while, but ultimately that is the goal for me. Help students find their passion. What do they get excited about? Then utilizing that knowledge to provide a path to lead to further exploration. I feel that the placement within Polaris that I would participate in really gave some experience in maintaining a respectful environment. It also tested us in providing clear expectations and holding the students accountable for meeting those expectations. I would say that it was an immersive experience. Being completely involved was the best part. My goal is to create a safe, respectful, and inclusive learning environment in my own classroom. At the beginning of the semester, I thought that I understood what it meant to teach to the level of the students. It turns out that I had no idea what I was doing. What I learned over the course of the semester was that I needed to rethink my planning and really try to think about what a first grader knows or might understand. I also needed to keep in mind that not all students will have had the same opportunities or experiences at home, thus creating a very developmentally diverse classroom. I do feel that the experience I received in working with the Polaris group this semester has been very helpful. I feel we as a group made a lot of progress in this area. This first couple of blog posts were okay, but I could definitely see improvement in how we thought about our experiences and what was important to share. I also feel that we became more aware of how the students were reacting to the projects as we moved through the semester. Our strongest moment was allowing the students to design their own assignment. In this area, I feel the main crux of my work needs to be in allowing collaboration to be a group effort. Slowing down and recognizing that different people work at different paces. It's hard for me to feel comfortable in spontaneous work or last-minute thinking, especially when working in a group. Planning is key. So my goal for future growth is to slow down and go with the flow, recognize people's strengths, and work with them. I have learned so much about myself, about kids, about my peers, and what kind of teacher I want to be. I have experienced the age and understanding gap that is prevalent between teacher and student. This is important to note and understand in order to effectively deliver instruction. There is never too much to learn, but there is always something you have not learned. And I intend to remain a lifelong learner and will strive to improve at every chance. Peer teaching was something that I did not expect but wholly enjoyed. I think that it was especially valuable for us to experience. It showed us a little about professional development and teaching subjects we may not know well. I think that this was my most difficult teaching experience this semester. Towards the end, it was hard to render importance on the assignments of peer teaching and compared to my other classwork. I will take this experience into consideration every time I have to give a presentation. I would say that the best part of collaborative teaching was how well we worked together in the moment. I felt like there was mutual trust in each other to keep things running smoothly. As I mentioned previously, I think that I could have been a little less controlling in our conversations and planning. I feel that sometimes I was not as diplomatic as I could have been with my co-teachers and their ideas. If I could do it again with the same peers, I would ask more questions and encourage more engagement. I feel that I'm not ready to end this semester. There is so little time actually spent in the classroom that I look forward to the next time I get to work with kids. Next semester, I'll take 450 and a myriad of studio classes to finish on my campus track. In the fall, I will student teach, and I plan to graduate in the fall of 2017. I hope to get a job after that, and if not, I will probably look towards a master's degree. Thank you.